When we talk about goals, we act as if we have 100% control over the outcome. That if we eat a certain amount of calories and we exercise this amount of time every day, then we will lose weight, for instance. But that is not always the case with some folks. There could be hormonal things going on underneath the scenes that make it very difficult to lose weight. One of my good friends, Meg, also talks about the way the body retains water. There could be a whole host of things that people are doing all the correct actions in pursuit of a goal, but the result will not happen, as it often doesn't happen, in the timeline that we have imagined. And what I've noticed is that us human beings have a tendency to get very stressed out if we're not making progress, quote unquote, on our goals, or if we don't reach our goals by this timeline that we've set for them. But who made up the timeline? We did. We're imposing something artificial onto the creative process of life itself. Because the truth of the matter is, nothing happens in a vacuum. We can absolutely do our best. We can create, we can have fun in pursuit of goals. But whether or not they come into fruition, whether or not they happen, isn't only up to us. There are so many other pieces of goal achievement than our conscious behaviors and patterns. Knowing the right people, our physiology, our access to education and previous opportunities that set us up to be in, for instance, the right place. You can't force yourself to be in the right place at the right time or to make the right connections. That's all a natural process of being in life.
You are listening to What We Should Have Learned in School.
At the end of the day, what can a goal really give to you psychologically that you don't already have access to right now? Don't you already have access to moments of gratitude, to moments of joy, to moments of feeling proud about yourself? Just like you have access to moments of anxiety, low self esteem, stress, depression. We have access to every spectrum of mood as a human being throughout the course of our lives. I find it hard to believe that the attainment of goals and any level of quote unquote success has the ability to change human nature and to change our physiology permanently. I kind of want to ask and explore, what's the point of goals anyway? Sure, we feel a sense of perhaps purpose and direction, and we create a sense of meaning when we're doing actions every day that we think are going to lead us to some end result or just some end goal. But any achievement of a goal, anything that we label as success, is fleeting. I've been really thinking about this lately, whether it's really great athletes. There's only a limited amount of time where you're kind of on top, quote unquote, only a limited amount of time where you can actually compete professionally when you're an athlete. Or the folks now that are the famous and beautiful actresses and models. But at some point, though they may experience admiration right now and they live up to our beauty standards that we've created as a culture, at some point they will no longer be the most beautiful people in society. So, what happens after that? If a person has staked so much of their identity and so much of their self worth on the achievement and attainment of goals, what happens when that person can no longer strive to that goal or if they've reached all the goals that they've set for themselves? So, the main point of today's episode is for me to ask you, what is the point of stressing so much about our goals and being so hard on ourselves when even if we achieve that goal, the success, quote unquote, will be temporary and the dose of feeling proud and joyful will also be temporary. Achieving a goal is not the recipe for everlasting peace, self esteem, or happiness. And that's something we can certainly see from our celebrity success stories in our current society. It's certainly an interesting topic and one that I always enjoy speaking about and exploring with you. Is this notion of goals and success. You've been listening to What We Should Have Learned in School. I'm your host, Amy Leo, and I'll catch you next time.